Hello, everyone. Hi, my name is Rifa Hodgson, and today I am with Sophie. Sophie is one of my clients who agreed to do a little debriefing after past life regression. I am past life regression therapist and certified life between life therapist. And usually after the session in 3-4 weeks, we do debriefing. So Sophie agreed to do debriefing publicly that you would know or have more idea how does it feel. Back to you, Sophie.
Hi, Rifa.
Hello.
So I came for a past life regression for chronic bladder infections. And it was following the end of my marriage. And there was some traumatic betrayal there. And I was guided to understand that maybe these bladder infections were because of an emotional blockage. And I wasn't able to process it on my own. And I felt like I needed to go deeper into the situation to try and fix this physical problem.
Mm-hmm. And how was that for you? The whole process of past life regression?
It was quite exciting. I was a little bit nervous, but mostly excited. And even though I did it on Skype, so I wasn't in person, I felt that very safe in that space that I was in. I was never afraid. I didn't feel like I was left alone. So that the process was very comforting. And at the end, I found that I had had a lot of things to process that I wouldn't have known about. And I came away feeling a lot lighter.
Mm-hmm. And we did meet before the session to discuss, to talk, to make sure that you are aware how the session will be taking place, right?
Yes. So I had never done one before, and I just wanted to know, how it would work. And so, yeah, we had a great conversation, which made me even more excited to work with you.
Mm-hmm. Did it find it helpful?
Yes, I did. Even though I was processing some very traumatic events and it was very, very emotional, I don't feel like they gave me any more than I could handle. So I was pleased with where it went. And yeah, the process went very well.
Very good. How is your bladder infection after the session?
So I haven't had a bladder infection for over 2 months now. And I was getting one every single month up until that point. So that is a big, big win.
Mm-hmm. I'm happy to hear it.
Yes,
Really.
it's a big relief.
It is. It is. Is there any other benefits beside the physical release of that infection?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I felt, in this lifetime with the current situation that I was processing things rather well on my own. And I just had no idea that there was this whole other issue for this soul from a different lifetime that was coming through in this lifetime, and there would have been no way that I could have worked with that on my own. So it gave me a greater sense of understanding about who I am because of where I've been. And so many things, even, from my past current life, fall into place with where this soul has been, and the relationships with people, and how I interacted in my marriage, and how I work in my home and with my children. It just gave me such a three-dimensional experience over things that I had no idea I would know about.
Wonderful. So how the interaction over the Skype was? Did it have their own particulars, or you felt comfortable?
I felt very comfortable. I felt very safe. I would say to do something like this, you would want somebody with you, and I felt your wisdom and your guidance with me the whole time. You can feel quite afraid with things that are happening, that you're experiencing, and knowing that you were there. And I knew how calm you were. You never were afraid or panicking. You were just, gently guiding me back. And you were able to, bring closure that I would never have thought was possible, where you asked my soul to talk to the other soul and learn the lessons that we were to teach each other. You just brought so much closure between, in those relationships. Like I didn't leave with any, oh, I wish I had, known that, or I wish I had been able to do that, because you asked everything. You made sure everything was, dealt with, and, is there anything left that we need to cover? And I was able to say, no, this is good.
Beautiful, thank you. Would you recommend this kind of therapy?
I feel for someone like me with the bladder infections, it was becoming very serious. And every time they came back, they were resistant to the drug from the time before. And I was on the last oral drug, and then I would have had to use IV drugs. And at some point, I might have run out of drugs. So if we were trying to fix it from a medical point of view, we might have failed. And, for me, it was the emotional part that needed to. So I think that even if you're not spiritual or you're not a believer, I think that this could help anybody.
Thank you so much. You're absolutely right.
Thank you.
But I'm a little bit biased on that subject, right?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, I mean, you see it, you see the process, and, you see the outcome. I think if anybody was hesitant to use it, that they should try. And what I would say is, the more that you trust the process, the more you will get out of it. Mm-hmm. If you're able to fully immerse into it and just be open to whatever comes and work with it, that I think you would have a very fulfilling experience, and definitely feel safe and nurtured with you.
Thank you. Sophie, I want to ask you, when we were having a session, did you feel that I am hypnotizing you?
I was expecting to be, hypnotized from what I thought hypnosis was, but it was very, very different. I just felt very relaxed, but I was able to respond. I could hear sounds in my garden outside. At one point, the Skype call was dropped, and I came straight to, I was able to go to the computer, reconnect, and then as soon as you and I connected again, I went straight back into the relaxed state. I definitely felt fully in control, just very relaxed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is kind of therapy when you are in control.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And will you recommend it to someone else?
Yes, absolutely. So if you were looking to have a session like I had, it would be Adventures into Time and Beyond with Rifa Hodgson. And you could find her online and on Facebook, and her phone number will be there.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. So, in your opinion, is a valuable time worth spending the energy and time?
Yes, absolutely. I think in any healing process, you need to be prepared to do the work. And so, for days and weeks after, there's a lot of stuff that, keeps coming forward and is settling in. And even now, a couple months ahead, I still go back to it and, connect the dots and find comfort in this person whose life, I'm influenced by. So definitely it's worthwhile.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for watching. It was a debriefing session with Rifa Hodgson, past life regression therapist, life between life therapist, and Sophie. Bye for now.
Bye.